Hello YouTube, my name is McFlippers and welcome to the cinematic time-lapse series. I am super excited to show you the build, so without further ado, let's go. So I started by making an obsidian star shape on the ground. I then built it up and added some stonework for details. As it was, I already loved the base, and I could tell that this was going to be one of my most epic builds to date. Next I put the second story pillar up. Keeping to the original star shape, I added some fins around the edge, and built up the stonework to define the edges. I built one more layer of pillar and then added all of the intricate stonework after. I made the top like a giant bulb socket with a blue orb of power in the center. Probably something magical. Then I began building a rune over the top in magenta glass. I was trying to build the rune in the same star-shaped pattern as before. This rune, though not entirely accurate to what I would have drawn, symbolizes the black sun, or the root of all evil. I decided that whoever lived in this tower needed some form of platform to stand out and look amongst his world. Maybe even defend his own tower from up there. Right now I can't really tell you what's going on with that twitchy Alex down there in the center, but if you'll ignore that, you'll see that I'm building a smaller version of the tower we just built. I was thinking the smaller tower could be like a fuel source to our larger tower that would feed it dark magic and give it the strength to cast dark runes into the world. I made another light socket shape on the top of this tower, but this time it held a purple and blue fire. With the scale of this project and how epic I planned on making it, I tried doing a lot of different things with the world and all the terrain. In the end, I decided World Edit just wasn't cutting it, and so I decided to go into World Painter and give it a whirl, and this is what I created. Of course, I made a couple quick modifications to it to make it look a little more fitting for the Tower of Darkness. Including but not limited to, poisonous beachfront property. I figured a couple of dead trees couldn't hurt the terrain at all, and I chose acacia wood for the gray color of the bark that made it look withered and old. Finally, I pasted in the tower. It took me a couple tries to get the orientation right. But eventually, once it was in there, I started work on the base. Because I had pasted the tower right into the middle of the stained glass lake, I thought it would be a good idea to make the base extend down into that lake to give the illusion that there was support and a reflection. Finally, I pasted in all of the fuel towers, one for each corner and face. And now for the final overview of the build. Ultimately, I think this is one of the best builds I've ever created. The tower is massive and epic, so is the island, and it all seems to culminate into a really, really epic build, and I love it. And so at last, I deem this build the Black Sun Tower, or the Runecasting Tower of Yxarist. And with that being said, I'd like to thank you all for making it to the very end of this epic episode in the cinematic time-lapse series. I had a ton of fun making it, so I hope you all enjoyed as much as I did. And remember, if you did like the video, to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to see more of my future content when it comes out. The channel and I would greatly appreciate it. And until the next video, keep swimming with the squids, and I will see you then.